So, whoever said life would be easy, whoever told you that, person lied to you. Life is not fair, and we know that. I remember there was always this misconception that was so common on things that, you'd go to church, you would be saved, and everything would be perfect. All butterflies, all rainbows, all, everything good as gravy. Nah, hun, like there's still going to be trials and tests in life. There's still going to be challenges. But the main thing is now, post salvation, you're not alone. A verse I very much like and hold on to. And yes, I have to pull it up again because part of the trials I find in life is like I can't remember nothing. So I have to constantly go back and read. And if I don't write something down, I'm not going to remember it for anything. But Romans 8:28 is the verse I really want you to listen to. And not just listen to it for real. Hear it, listen to it, absorb it. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Now, pick that part a little bit. It does not say that everything is going to be good, it says that all is going to work for the good of his children. So, in the Bible, there's a book called Job. For the longest, I promise you, I thought the book name was Job because it's spelled the same. That helps you out at all. Job, Job, same spelling. That's the book. This dude is, he's loyal to God and everything. He's disciplined. He holds to it and everything, follows the Father. And he gets tested. Some kind of hard Satan comes up and he's like, "Whoo, I'm gonna get this one right here." And God's like, I got faith in him. I know he's gonna stay loyal to it. And I'm talking, it is one thing after another, like when it rains, it pours. And he's going through it. And even his friends, his family are sitting there like, dude, like, curse God for this and everything. Like, he's horrid right now. And Job's like, nah, man, like, I still believe in God. I still hold to God. Like, I have faith in my God. Everything's going to work out. And if it comes around and everything, God steps in and tells Satan, I told you this one would stay loyal. I tell you he's good with it. And God's speaking to Job and everything. And Job's like, man, why though? Like, have I not done all these things good? And God's like, hold up, son. You had a lesson you had to learn here. You got to remember who it is that you're talking to. You got to remember who it is that you serve. And got you through these things. But from this, you getting a bigger lesson, and other people saw your faith. You were setting an example for people too in holding on to me. At the same time, it also taught me a lesson of don't sit there and tell everyone, oh, God's great and good and wonderful and everything. But then when you're behind closed doors, just you and him, you questioning him and you mad at him. You got to be the same inside as well as out. One of the biggest things too is that in everything you go through, there's a reason for it. And there's a lot of things that's like, why did I go through this? How could I go through this? And it's hard. But there's something that could be done with that. You want an example of the today and the now? I'm going to give you an example of the today and the to now. So, back in November, my body got extremely sick, shaking so bad, having, I called it pterodactyl arm seizures and everything because an autoimmune disease caused some issues with my thyroid. I was losing weight like crazy. My numbers were ridiculous. My body was literally tearing itself apart from the inside. And there was months, all I could do was lay in my recliner or in the bed, hardly able to move, needed to use a walker to get up, like going to the bathroom was so painful. My body was in a spot. And I remember laying there and I remember praying to God, like, man, this is hard. This is terrifying. I'm scared, God. I'm holding on to you. I cling to you, God. Help me overcome this, Father, and everything. All will be well with you, Lord, no matter what. Father, lead me. And even people are like, what can I do for you? I'll help out. I'm like, pray. Seriously, pray. And I clung to God in it. Well, in that, I learned how fear controlled me earlier in life on things. Fear kept me stuck in some bad situations and some bad places. Then I learned how to overcome fear. I got closer with God and everything. My spiritual growth was able to go so much further because I wasn't able to work. Thursdays, all I could do was lay there and pray as I went in and out of consciousness, and that's what I did. But as my body started to get better, I kept growing in my faith and my spiritual growth and everything. But it also helped me grow as a mom, spend more time with my kids, understand more of my kids, able to relate to them more, to explain things to them better, and us grow closer as a family. And God sat there and said, you're not alone. I've got a hold of you, but I'm going to put these specific people too in your life that are going to let you know that, hey, they've been in a similar spot, and they're going to help you and give you information and help you to know and understand more as well. You want to take it somewhere else with it? A lot of people nowadays believe that they have the impression that's all they are. What do you mean that's all they are? Victims of physical abuse, sexual abuse, especially, that's all we're worth. So that's what we stay in. Kids that witness it growing up, that's normal. So they accept that in life. Parents that walk into somewhere and immediately feel all the eyes just burning holes into them because they're a single parent. No ring on their finger, no significant other. So they're automatically made out to be worthless. Nothing. Too dirty. Now, if y'all can't open up, especially in the Gospels and everything, Jesus didn't turn nobody away. He didn't sit there and tell Mary Magdalene, like, look, you a hoe. Get off me. He said, look, I see you repenting. I see you wanting to be different than what you have been. I see you wanting to change and have salvation. And he accepts her. The blind, the disabled, the lepers come up and everything, and he says, I see you. And I see your heart. And so come with me and everything. I used to always say, and I still joke with it and everything, because I'm from the island of unwanted toys. Well, God came down to that island of unwanted toys and he said, oh, I see you. Okay. I see all this and that and everything. I see your traumas. I see your scars. I see your mistakes. I love it. Just reach for me and we're going to pull through it and we're going to reach new ways and everything, new levels that you never imagined. We're going to be able to do things that you never thought possible because we're going to do this together. All you got to do is take God's hand and he's going to pull you up out of it. Because everything that someone goes through, every trauma, whatnot, one of the biggest things that keeps us stuck in that is this idea that is drilled into our heads of that's all you are and you're isolated out because of it. You're alone. But you're not alone. Just like I said, not only was God with me through everything to pull me through it and whatnot, even before I was saved and redeemed. He said, I see you're better in this. I'm going to get you a way out because I know my plans for you. And I was stubborn as a mule. But I finally understood so much and saw how I went through a lot. But that makes it to where I can connect with somebody and let them know you are not alone because I've been there and I got through it. And we're going to get through it. And we're not going to be owned by what was done to us, by what has happened. The bad, the evil, the negative things in life, that is not your life. That is not your label. I've made many mistakes in life. I've done many wrong things. And I'm not proud of a lot of what I've done. But I'm not ashamed because it made me who I am. And with God, it's going to give me the ability to reach somebody, to help somebody, to pull them through it and let them know you are not alone and you are greater than this. Well, she was a prostitute, but she don't want to be no more. Pull her through it. He was an addict. That ain't all they are. That ain't all they got to be stuck in. Make a child of God. Let's get through it. Well, I saw, my dad beat my mama and everything, and so that's just how things go. No, it ain't. Come with me and see the way it's supposed to be. That's how God's with us. We are not to be persecuting each other. We are not to be shoving each other off to the side like you too dirty, you too dumb. We don't want you. Because FYI, he sat there and said, go spread my word to all. He sat there and said, I want all families and everything. Dude told Jacob and everything, and Abraham from the jump, he was like, everyone is going to be blessed by your seed. And for the seed part and everything, you can research into it and whatnot. But I'm going to give you the basic gist of it as Jesus Christ came from that descendant line. And he gives salvation not only to this one or that one or this one, but to all. So if he says to give to all, do for all, then who are we to say to not? There's strength in numbers. And there's strength in not being alone. And God never intended us to be alone. I got you.